Ini dah prepare question ni.
Assalamualaikum, Tuan Nik. My name is Husna. I am from Kuwait Finance House. I'm also a member of Young CPA committee. It's not really a question, it's just my 2 cents. We talk about being a professional and at the same time integrity. My thought is that I would appreciate if you could connect these 2 issues to being courageous and brave, because what I see from the current environment and from what's going on, people fail to see that when it comes to integrity and being a professional, there's two things to it. One is it's easy to, when something happens, there's a corporate governance failure, when those sort of thing happens, it's easy to point to a person out there and say, there's something wrong with you. But what people fail to see is that leadership is not top down, it's also bottom up. So us being a professional accountant, we sometimes we fail to see that as a constituent, you should also practice leadership in a sense that you should be able to question. As a professional accountant, when you are asked to do something which you don't think is right, and you think there's something fishy to it, you should question and be brave enough to say no. And the other part to it is being a professional is not just about being strong technically, but it's about being able to say no when you need to say no. So, if you could add some more to it.
It's a very good issue to be raised, because when you talk about integrity, when you talk about upholding professional standards, it's contextual, it's vis-a-vis the environment as well. And leading, and you know, in fact, if you look at my hashtag, I always use the hashtag find to be honest, because somehow I feel that those who wanted to be honest feel they are not allowed to be honest under the present environment, one way or another. And the way out to me is very simple: just be good, be smart, excel in your work, because once you are recognized to be somebody that is performing, if you are asked to do something that is against your conscience, you can just walk away and get another job. But if you are not smart, if you are not good, if you are not, you don't have a track record that suggests that you are a performer, then you can be stuck. And this is one of the problems in the country. In certain sector, performance is not one of the things that people look forward to. And because they don't perform, they don't have much option should they are required to leave the organization. So this is where I think it's very important. If you want to be a professional accountant that upholds your professional value, you must be performing at the same time, because that track record will allow you to be independent in the true sense of the word. You can decide who your bosses are, and if you think that nobody is eligible to be your boss, you do your own things, you know. So, but the key point is you have to go back to basic of, are you a competent accountant? Do you have the skill set? Do you have the competency that the market wants? If you don't have that, very difficult. And you don't have option, therefore you are tied to the chair. You know, one thing that I did when I was told that I'm going to be the chairman of the Audit Oversight Board, I went to see Tan Sri Samad. You know Tan Sri Samad, one of your senior member? And the advice that he gave to me was, Nick, make sure that you know what comes to the chair and what goes with the chair. As long as you can live without it, you should be fine. Meaning, you are not beholden to the position. And the only way for you not to be beholden to the position is to be yourself, who is competent and demanded by the market. Not to worry about it. Then only you can be a bit more. So, that's my way out to your question. You have to keep on work. You have to work on your performance, because that opens you to many opportunities, and because of that, you can choose who your bosses are. Otherwise, you get stuck. It doesn't mean that you cannot stay in one organization. It's just that you must give yourself that ability to say no, because you know that you can just walk away, and 3 more doors will be open for you because of your credibility and your good track record. So that's, to me, is the way up.